So now you have understood about machines and simple machines, and we know there are 6 types of simple machines. So we are going to study about the first type of simple machine called lever. So basically lever is of 3 types. Okay. Now what is lever? See, here you can see this image. Can you see this image? This is basically, this arrangement is called as lever. Now, why is it called as lever? See what happens, it consists of a rod free to move about the fixed point. Here you can see this rod, it is free to move about the fixed point. Okay, and this can be used to move a big boulder. Okay, this rod can be used to move a big boulder. So the boulder here acts as the load. Okay, the weight. The boulder acts as the load that has to be moved. Okay, and the small stone supports the rod. This one, the small stone which you can see here is supporting the rod. Okay, now here, this is the rod which is getting support by the small one, and this is a big boulder which is called as load, and this has to be moved. Now the point at which the rod touches the small stone is fixed and does not move. So this point is called as fulcrum. What is it called as? Fulcrum. The point where the rod is touching the stone and it's not moving here. It's called as fulcrum. Okay. Now, next is the force that is applied on the lever is called as effort. The force which a person or a machine is applying on this whole setup. Okay. The effort. That is called as the effort. The force which is applied is called as effort. So this actually lever is used in this way, and what does it do? It increases the force applied by us. Okay, it increases the force applied by us. So now what happened? Depending upon the position of the fulcrum, load and effort, there are 3 types of lever. Okay, depending upon the position of the fulcrum, the load and the effort, there are 3 types of levers. So I hope you have understood what is fulcrum. It's a fixed point where the lever moves. What is load? The weight that has to be lifted. What is effort? Effort is the force applied on a lever. And here you can see the big boulder, which is here the load, acting as load. So now there are 3 types of lever. First one is class 1 lever. Can you see this image? Yes. So in this image, you can see in class 1 lever, this is a simple example of a lever. Here the fulcrum is in the center. Here is the effort and here is the load. Okay, the fulcrum is between the load and the effort. Like, I'll show you one example. You can see this scissors. Yes. Can you see these scissors? Yes or no? Okay, so this is the effort where my fingers are. Okay, the center point is the fulcrum, and here whatever I'm going to cut will be the load. Okay, so now this is actually a typical example of class 1 lever. The point where the 2 rods that make the pair of scissors are joined is fulcrum, as I've already told you. Yes, the paper or the cloth being cut is the load, will be the load, and the force that we apply to cut the paper or cloth is the effort. Okay, so other examples of class 1 lever can be a seesaw and a balance. Balance means that the weighing machine, the balance machine which your vegetable vendor used, and you all must have sat on seesaws, right? Have you all seen seesaws? And you must have played on seesaw. So this is a typical example of class 1 lever, where this is the fulcrum. Okay, and one of them acts as a load and the other one acts as effort. Yes, this one will put the effort, this one will go up, this one will put the effort, and then this one will move up. Yes, so this is an example of class 1 lever. Now class 2 lever. Now see what happens in class 2 lever. Now can you see this diagram? See, the basic difference is here that the load is between the fulcrum and the effort. Here in class 2 levers, the load is here. Okay, and at one side there will be fulcrum and the other side it will be efforts. Now how to understand this? See, a bottle opener is a typical example, or a nut cracker through which your grandparents or your mother, sometimes they crack nuts. Yes, so a bottle opener like this is as a typical example of class 2 levers, or levers of class 2. Okay, it always increases the force. Okay, like here you can see a bottle opener. Here is the effort. I'll apply the effort from here. Here the load will be, means wherever, whatever I need to open. Okay, and here this will be the fulcrum. Same with the nutcracker. Here the efforts will be applied. This is the load. That means here the nuts are kept, and this is the basic point, fulcrum, where these two rods are meeting. Okay, so this is an example of class 2 lever. Now what is a class 3 lever? See what happens in class 3 lever. Here you can see the image. Yes, the effort is between the fulcrum and the load. Here you can see, here is the effort, this is the fulcrum, and at the other side we have load. So here the effort is being applied in the center. Okay. Tweezers, ice tongs are examples of levers of class 3. We have tongs at our home. See, you can see tweezers like these. Yes. So what happens here? Now see, can you see this example? Tweezers. Now this is the fulcrum. This is the point where these two rods are meeting. Okay, where am I applying effort? Here. So when I apply effort here, I can pick something or I can prick something with the help of this. So this is the load. This end points are the loads. So this class of lever is used to decrease the force, okay, and to carry out delicate work. For example, like a surgeon, they use tweezers during a delicate operations. Yes, a fishing rod is also an example of class 3 lever. Okay, even our hands, even our hands, they work like class 3 levers. Like here you can see the elbow is basically the fulcrum. This is the center point of meeting of this and this part of the hand. Elbow is the fulcrum. The upper part is the acts as a force, that means the effort, and this part acts as a load. Okay, this part as a load. So this is basically class 3 lever. This is an example of class 3 lever. Okay, now how to remember these type of levers? So the best way is to remember is to learn in the form of mnemonics. Okay, like if you just learn frogs lay eggs. So in that way it will be easy to learn that in first class lever, fulcrum is in the middle. In second class lever, load is in the middle. And in third class lever, effort is in the middle. So if you learn with this method, it will become very easy to learn about these 3 types of levers. I hope you all have understood. Class 1 lever, example, scissors. Yes. Class 2 lever, example, bottle opener. And class 3 lever, example, tweezers. Okay. So now did you come to know what I was talking? See, don't we use all these things in our everyday life? We do. Yes, many times in a day. So these are all simple machines which we are using in our life and making our life easy and comfortable. So in the next video, we will learn about pulley.